Hi, this is David. If you've joined us from another website or you found this video on YouTube or somewhere, what I wanted to do today was take you through the steps I use to optimize and rank our client articles on the first page of Google. The article I'm referring to is an article I wrote some time ago called How to Get Your Article on the First Page of Google. That's it there. In this article, I went through 10 steps to optimize any website or page, and I included in that article a simple infographic, and it's those steps there that I want to take you through. Now, to make it fair, what I've done is I've gone and written an article about an hour ago for the help of one of my hair salon clients, and I thought I'd use this as an example. I only published it about an hour ago, so nothing's happened to it yet, but I wanted to show you the steps I took to optimize it in the hope of ranking it on the first page of Google. So first of all, the first thing I want you to notice is the URL. The URL contains the keywords that I'm hoping to rank the site for in Google. In this case, I want to address hair salon owners who have a website on how to optimize their site and market it so that it ranks well in Google. So those keywords, hair salon, SEO and marketing, are in the URL. Next, you'll see those keywords are in the title, what's known as the title tag. This is a H1 tag. It's the heading or title of the article, and my keywords appear there in the most natural way. As you go through the article, the next thing you'll notice is that my images, if you were to investigate them, all contain alt attribute tags. Let me show you what those alt attribute and title tags look like using WordPress. Whenever I enter in an image in WordPress, I always fill out the alt attribute or alternative text and the image title. This tells both Google and users what the image is about. In the opening paragraph, I've spoken naturally of the topic. I've also made bold a sentence that relates to the key purpose of the article, and that is how to optimize an article or website, or in this case a hair salon, for the first page of Google. As you go through the article, you'll see that I've used H2 headings followed by H3 headings so that the headings are moving H1, H2, H3. This is important not only for the user, but it also creates in Google's mind a natural flowing article. As we get into the body of the article, you'll see that I keep my paragraphs short and I use plenty of bullet points. This helps users navigate the article, jump to headings that are of interest to them, and be able to catch the highlights and most important information. As we go through the article, I naturally will include the keywords I'm trying to rank for, and there's one there. I also use effects like quotes to highlight important information. You'll notice here that the first internal link of the page doesn't occur until well into the body of the article. So I don't put a bunch of links at the top and send Google off my page as soon as it gets there. And the first link that does appear is one that leads to another article on my site. This is called an internal link, and the purpose here in terms of search engine optimization is to tell Google and users what the most important pages are. So the theory is if I link to another page on my site, in this case it has to do with using Google Local, that suggests to Google that this is an important page. So I have a series of articles over time. Each of them point naturally to a more important page. Might be a money page or a landing page. This is called creating a content hub. So I might create a series of articles, and this is what I'm suggesting that this salon do. They create a series of articles that link to the most important page on their site. If the most important page was to make an appointment for hair highlights, then they might write 3 or 4 other articles about hair highlight costs, color charts, etc. And these arrows all indicate links pointing to the most important page. This is not only good optimization, but it tells the users and Google what my most important pages are. As we go down through the article, you'll see I've linked to another article on my site. This one is about creating content hubs because I'm talking about them here, and that's an important page. Go down further still and we'll see that I've linked to high authority sites that aren't necessarily related directly to mine, but being high authority sites and linking out to them tells Google that I hang in good neighborhoods. They're relevant to the article, and they tell Google that I'm mixing it up with important people on the web. Again, you'll see the use of bullet points and that the content is laid out. It includes rich media such as images, and it also contains naturally occurring keywords that are related to my article's purpose. Once I've published the article, what I will often do is take the URL and I'll put that in Google Webmaster's Search Console. This is basically telling Google to hurry up and index the site. Now sometimes this will work straight away, sometimes it will take 24 hours depending on the quality of the site. The other things you want to pay attention to when you're producing an article are site speed. I use GT metrics, put the URL in there, let GT metrics analyze the site. Ideally, we want a site that loads in under 2 seconds. Okay, in this case it's loading in 3.5 seconds, but it gives you clues on how you can continue to optimize your article or website to improve site speed. Part of the reason for the slow load there is I've got a fair amount of rich media in the article and I haven't optimized it as yet. Finally, you want to make sure, especially if you're using WordPress, that your site has a sitemap so that Google can, at its leisure, come back and spider or crawl your site anytime it likes. Now, once you've done that and you've published it, as I said, I published this about an hour ago. It's always fun to go and plug that into Google and see if it's indexed the site yet. I'll go to google.com. Now for the site title, you kind of expect to rank for that. And there it is there. Okay, but what I would hope, you can see that this was published 2 hours ago. Let's see how I'm doing for SEO and marketing. for a hair salon. Okay, still doing well. Let's try SEO for a hair salon. These are the real keywords that I'm wanting to rank for over time. Okay, 2 hours gone by. I'm not on the full first page yet for that. But there I am on the second page, so that's a really good start for that article. Okay, well that's it. Those are the steps I take to optimize an article for a client, or as you can see, even for an article on my own site. I'll put links below that you can check the work I've done here and read more deeply into the subject. And if you've got any questions, please give us a shout and I'd be happy to do what I can to help you out. Bye now.